Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I'll look at the problem where your iPhone screen is fading. Now of course, as you can see here, this particular iPhone has a fading screen issues, and I'll describe the issue to you. You can notice that there are lines and of course there are bands of vertical lines that are run up and down, and of course it runs straight throughout the display. All right, so with this problem here, it's a display issue. Now usually it can happen if you have dropped your phone, or of course if you placed it into a place where of course the display got squeezed or squished together. All right, usually if you're having inking issues, for example, there's a ink blot somewhere around here, but of course for whatever reason it disappears over time. Sometimes it appears, reappears, whatever not. Right, so if you're seeing inking after you drop your screen, eventually it can result in the screen actually getting worse in terms of the inkiness, and then of course later on you'll get display issues. All right, so it's kind of a downhill problem. Now the question is, in most cases, can you do something? Now the recommendation is to change the screen itself or the display of your iPhone. All right, so of course you can go ahead and get it repaired. If you're skilled enough, you can actually do the replacement yourself. Now in terms of a solution, in today's tutorial I think I have something that might help a bit, something I've observed that might be able to actually give you some functionality, maybe give you enough time until you can actually get the display replaced. All right, so of course this is what I did, and I was able to somehow get the phone to actually be much better in terms of the display, enough to see, and of course this might be enough for you to get your device backed up, or maybe even get you some good results. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do guys is to go into your settings. So if you can still see, or best as you can, you're gonna move through the options. You're gonna go to the option for display and brightness, and what I did here is to make sure that you're on the light theme. I find that with this blurriness, if you're on the dark theme, it does get worse. As you can see, you can barely see anything. But for me, I find that the light theme works better when it's having this problem. So make sure you're on the light theme. And of course, next, you're going to go down, and I've already done this on this, where it says auto lock. You're going to set the auto lock. The default is somewhere down here, but just set it to never. I think it was probably maybe a minute or so. You're going to change it to never. All right, this way it won't lock. And what I'm doing here is I'm gonna actually warm up the display. So I find that when the display is warmer, and of course your results may vary, the display tends to need to warm up. Next, you're gonna go into your control center here, and this is the rule. You're gonna max out the screen brightness. All right, so once you max out the screen brightness, never place it below half, but to start off, start with max. You're gonna go to max brightness. You can probably put it at 75%, but never go under 50. All right, so what I find is that once I do this, meaning now the display will only turn off if you press the power button. All right, so of course there you go, and we're gonna warm this display up. All right, so right away you can already see some of the blurriness going away, the intensity of it. Now what I did next was to warm up the display. You're gonna give it at max brightness, give it maybe about 15 minutes. Remember, screen burn-in can happen, although I don't think you're worried about that, where you just leave it like this, it will burn in on the screen. You don't want that as well. So for that 15 minutes, go ahead and make sure that the screen is active, meaning every 2 minutes or 3 minutes or so. For that 15 minutes, you're gonna make sure that the screen moves so it doesn't cause burn-in, meaning you're gonna put it on a fresh page with fresh icons so the screen refreshes. All right, now you're gonna give the display enough time to warm up, and once you warm up, you're gonna start to see immediate changes in terms of the blurriness on screen and the lines. One of the things I find that helps is to go to a photo, for example, any photo. The more rich in terms of detail, the better, and you can just zoom in and out. For whatever reason, when I do this, for example, and exercise the pixels on the screen, I find that it actually speeds up the eat up process. Now check it out. You can notice here the photo here is pristine, but the blocks in the background starts to still show the fading. So of course, in the warm up process, go ahead and you can actually use this to warm up or speed up the process. And of course, this is what I observe. All right. And if you look at the display again, you'll notice again, it's becoming better and better. The fading might kick back in. However, by just keeping the brightness at max, it does help. For example, look at the menus now, and this is just warming up. It hasn't been given the full 15 minutes, but you can still see the lines. But as it warms up, it will get very, very good. You will barely see the lines, and the phone screen will be highly usable. I suggest as well you lock the screen and unlock a few times. So let's lock, unlock, lock, unlock. All right. All right, guys. So I've warmed up the screen a bit, so as you can see, not bad. And once you do this, especially the one with the photo in and out, it does refresh the screen enough, and you can actually see to maneuver around your phone, which can allow you to use your phone for a little bit longer. So as you can see here for the menus, it's not bad. It's barely noticeable. And as you can see, it's really not bad, right? And I would say it's about maybe 85 to 90% at times. All right, so do hope this was useful in getting your device to actually start showing something when you're having the fading issue. Warming up the display through producing heat or simply running through its paces as just shown seems to give the screen a much better experience in terms of your viewing angle. Do not delay in getting your screen changed. This is only a temporary solution, or should I say a temporary standing solution to help you to get your device back up. I do hope this was useful. I'm not sure if it is, but I love your feedback, and let me know if you have discovered anything as well pertaining to this, or maybe something that really pushes this to the next level. All right, so see you in the next one, guys. Bye.